Good morning to all dear students. Today I, Kusha Singh, from Department of Social Work, Uttarakhand Open University, I will be delivering a lecture on role of social workers in family counseling. So when we talk about role of social workers, we will first start with mental health social work. What is mental health social work? Mental health social work is a specialized field focused on assessing, diagnosing and treating emotional and behavioral issue while connecting people to vital community resources. The social work professionals blend clinical therapy with practical systems, navigation to support individuals dealing with conditions like depression, anxiety, trauma, and severe mental illnesses. Mental health social workers play a pivotal role in mental health facilities. Their job is to support patients and their families. They may help patients navigate the healthcare system or assess the patient's mental health situation. Mental health social workers may conduct, there are many kind of roles, so they may conduct a full psychological and medical examination assessment. You may also, when you visit a mental psychiatric ward, you may first encounter a social worker during the intake process. They will typically write down your medical insurance information, information regarding your medical history, previous psychiatric treatments, current problems, and other identifying information that they require. They note down the social history. They will assess substance abuse habit, emotional functioning, support system, financial stability, physical abilities, and most importantly, safety of the client. Sometimes the social workers will also offer a short-term therapy or short-term counseling. They will often counsel people who are experiencing distress or some kind of crisis. So in a sudden situation, sudden crisis, social workers can also give short-term therapies. Often social workers in mental health facilities, they are set up to address crisis intervention. They help walk-in patients or offer telephone crisis coverage. As you must have known, there is Telemanas, which is a government facility. So additionally, the social worker may give patients community referrals for food, housing and other similar needs. So we can understand that how social workers function in a mental health ward, in psychiatric ward, in any mental health setting, how social workers can simplify the entire treatment process by navigating clients through therapies and intake procedure. So now we will look forward into the role of the family of a mental health patient. As we're talking about family, family involvement is one of the most helpful and effective ways to support recovery from mental health disorders. However, a family's journey is a dual-sided experience, offering both vital support as well as personal challenges. So when a family is going through some crisis, they have two major aspects. So first, when we talk about how family plays in the supportive role. So first we will talk about emotional support. If there is a patient, the family members provide love, encouragement and psychological safety. This helps their loved one feel less isolated throughout their recovery. Secondly is advocacy. Families advocate for their loved ones need within healthcare system, ensuring they receive appropriate and timely care. Third and most important is to create a supportive environment. Support, emotional support we are already giving, but an environment overall. By creating a stable, understanding home environment, families help loved ones achieve a long term medical health maintenance and recovery. Medicines can work at one level, but family environment, a supportive environment, may give a long term recovery. So now we will discuss about the challenges that a family faces when taking care of a patient who is suffering from mental health issue. As we first talked about the supportive role, now we are talking about the challenges. So first is the emotional exhaustion. The primary caregiver often becomes overwhelmed by the constant demand of caregiving, leading to significant emotional and physical fatigue. Second is lack of psychological skills. Without proper training or guidance, family members may struggle to manage complex behaviors and emotional episodes effectively. Third, and the most important, is family burnout, the caregiver's burnout. Sustained caregiving without adequate support can result in the family itself developing stress, anxiety, and deteriorating mental health. The family members can suffer from mental health issues like stress and anxiety because of the burnout of caregiving. Thus, we can understand that an individual needs support from the family. Yes, we need support, but the family also needs some kind of professional support. So, before moving ahead with the role of social worker, I would like to discuss some common issues that family goes through. We just saw how family goes through a situation when there is a patient, but now we will discuss about the families. The problem families are, as we know that families are problems that they face, they are multifaceted. Problems occur between parents and children. Children may complain of favoritism or overprotectionism of parents, and parents may observe disobedience or emotional outbursts as problems from children. So it is multifaceted. Problems also occur between the spouses. They have their own issue. Then lifestyle issues. There are duty towards the in-laws. There are many kind of issues when a family, which a family goes through. In some situation, family come across a major crisis, not because of problem among its member, but due to the events such as death of a spouse, a sudden retrenchment from a job. Thus, problems have which are family related. They are multi-dimensional. So first, we will start with problem faced by children in the family system. So, as we know, some parents are overly protective and overly indulgent with their children. Such children get tied down with their parents and lose their individuality. In contrast, there are few parents which are indifferent to their children. They may neglect them or they may even reject them. This may alienate and estrange the child. Some parents, what they do is verbally abuse children or punish them. When parents resort to punishment method, often the children become stubborn and very aggressive. Some parents, they also exhibit favoritism. They will have two children or three children, but to one child they will give all their effort and their attention. Some parents resort to an equally unhealthy behavior of comparing one child with another or letting down that child. They will compare the children amongst themselves, or they will compare children with other children, other relatives and other neighbors. So favoritism and comparison may lead to low self-esteem in children. Some parents are too authoritarian, while few others are too permissive. While too much authoritarian stifles the independence and autonomy of the child, of the children, and too much of permissiveness leads to indiscipline, lack of self-control with children. Then we will come to another point, that is some children come across parents who are highly demanding. They want to push their children to great heights in the field of education, extracurricular activities and career. These children are unable to cope with this kind of stress and develop anxiety and panic. So these are the problems that we discuss, how children are suffering in a family. Now we will discuss problems between husband and wife in the family system. In some families, the spouses come across physical abuse or verbal abuse from one another. Verbal abuse is more common and equally hurting. Ultimately, it leads to breakdown of communication and relationship. Husband and wife come across conflicts based on interest, beliefs, values and priorities in the life. Either one of them may try to force his or her ideas on the other. This leads to resentment, and it also sometimes leads to retaliation. As you have seen, a lot of fights happen between couple because of this little issue. Then we come across a very major issue, that is extramarital relation and the suspicion associated with it. This causes havoc in the family, chaos in the family. Trust, love and concern one had for other is shattered. It is replaced by distrust, suspicion, seeing anger and vengeance. Some of the spouses come across permanent sexual difficulties by which they become they become problem. It becomes a problem. Physical needs, they become a problem in the relationship. The social stigma attached with sexual difficulties prevents the spouses to approach a family therapist or a medical practitioner. Thus, the problem remains unresolved. So we understand the problem between husband and wife. Now we will discuss problem faced by parents in the family system. This is one of the most common issue. Parents come across children who are disobedient and stubborn. These children defy the norms, rules, and guidelines of the family. Parents feel hopeless. Some parents ultimately give up to the demands of the children because they are so hopeless that the child will not agree to anything. As children enter adolescence, many parents experience difficulties in handling them because children are going through biological changes, they are going through hormonal changes, associated in the changes associated with onset of puberty and associated emotional instability, heightened sexual feelings that they create storms and stresses in the adolescence. Some parents are unable to cope with the sudden emotional outbursts of their adolescents and teenagers. Most of the adolescents develop peer group relation and are greatly influenced in their hobbies, dressing patterns, they change in their interest. They gradually become independent from their parents. Many parents are also unable to accept or adapt to these changes that they are going through puberty. Some adolescents they yield to infatuations, they develop love affairs. Few of them even run away from their families. Such behavior destabilizes the family. In extreme cases, youth become victims of substance abuse and immoral sexual activities. Parents are thrown off guard suddenly because of these activities that a child is going through. When the children grow into adulthood, they get married and leave their parents to start their own family. Many parents also experience the empty nest syndrome when the birds fly away and the nest is empty now. Some children disown their parents in their old age due to various reasons such as poverty or strained relationships with in-laws or even property disputes. Their plight is very miserable if they do not get help from social support system such as old age home or other kind of daycare activities for the aged people. Family social workers play a crucial role in supporting family in crisis, helping them navigate complex challenges and promoting stability and well-being. Now we will understand family social workers support they support families experiencing domestic violence, substance abuse, mental health problems, financial difficulties, and how will they help? By providing interventions, resources to build stronger and healthier relationships. So now we will talk about the role of a social worker in family setting. We have few key skills, key roles. The first one is empathy and active listening. As we know, empathy is a very core skill for a social worker. Empathy and active listening are crucial for building trust and rapport with families. Social worker must demonstrate genuine concern for the well-being of family members and provide a supportive environment for open communication. Then second is conflict resolution. As we just see that there are many kind of conflicts. Family in crisis often experience different kinds of conflicts. Social worker needs a strong conflict resolution skills to help families navigate disagreements and find a constructive solution to their problem. Third is crisis intervention. Family social workers must be skilled in crisis intervention techniques to provide immediate support to families in distressing. This may also involve de-escalating tense situationships, providing emotional support, and connecting families with emergency resources. So these are the crisis interventions. Then fourth point is assessment and planning. Role of social worker. Conducting through assessments of family dynamics and needs is essential for developing effective intervention plans. If a social worker is about to intervene, they need to assess. Social worker must be able to identify the risk factors, the strength and areas for improvement to create a tailored support plan. Before intervention, assessment is very essential. Then resource coordination, connecting family with essential resources such as housing, financial assistance, healthcare assistance, counseling services is a key responsibility of family social workers. They must be knowledgeable They must know about various available resources and skilled in coordinating services. Then other point is the last point is collaborating with other professionals. As we just discussed, a social worker must be knowledgeable about other things. So collaboration with other professionals we include such as healthcare providers, educators, legal professionals. That is essential for providing comprehensive support to the family. Social workers should closely work with these professionals to share information and to coordinate intervention plans as well. So, students, from today's lecture, I hope you understand two major things. One, that family is a part of a bigger system. Any crisis, if there is any crisis in the family, it will directly have an impact in the entire community, right? Society. Secondly, the intervention of social workers in family settings are very crucial. Social workers, from assessment to intervention to resource mobilization, they work in all different fields. I hope you like the lecture. Thank you for listening and all the best.